It's Vakifbank in yellow, the defending champions, up against Conegliano in blue. Turkey v Italy. And our Club World Championship final is underway here in Antalya. Good pick up off the block and nice finish from Catherine Plummer, the American who gets the start alongside Kelsey Kirk, her compatriot, out on the left side for Conegliano. And Igonu sees the ball go between her hands for the first point. So opening score for the Italian club. Robin de Graaf back to the line. Simon Golding with you for this one, and alongside me, Friedrich Schaff and assistant coach Liam Sketcher, our volleyball world expert analyst. Looking forward to a cracking game. And first 2 points on the board, Liam, for the Italians.
Yeah, it's immediately obvious the quality of Joanna Boas, dealing with some difficult situations, but her hitters still being able to go full.
The playmaker, the setter, the captain for Conegliano. Two fabulous setters out there on the floor. Jansu Ojbe on the other side of the net, and that'll do for starters. And the scary thing for Vakifbank is, if Catherine Plummer finds her form left side, that takes a huge amount of workload away from her. Great start on this Conegliano team. Igonu finds her first point of the game. She's so important to Vakifbank today, as she was last year to Conegliano when they missed out in 5 sets. Captain for Vakifbank, the Brazilian star. Gabi with the serve. Huck out of the back row, puts it comfortably on the floor, and that's a very smooth start from the Swedish star.
It's the battle between attack and block. You can see twice that Huck has gone to the cross-court shot.
Boas serves. Huck comes to the front court. They get good hands on the offense. Dalderop goes again, well defended by Monica Di Gennaro, the libero in the white shirt for Conegliano. And they slow the ball down again. It's a firecracker start, another terrific rally. Gabi out of the back line, gives it the full treatment. Brilliant chase down. Oh, it's a wonderful try from Conegliano, but Vakifbank showing enough during that rally to remind us just how good they are.
That was phenomenal transition play. Gabi flying him on the pipe. It's not an easy situation, but her experience and readiness to be able to attack that ball full.
Astonishing stuff from the Brazilian captain, and that'll do for Chaka Ogbogu, the highest scoring middle blocker at the tournament, and actually 4th in the scoring stats at the start of today with 35 points. Brilliant stuff from the American. Trying to just expand the offense a little bit, and that'll do. Huck's confidence good, left side as well. She gets a kill, and she's already racking up the points.
You can see there that early on Igonu released a little bit early. She's not prioritising helping out with the rest of the block. Huck is her priority.
So everybody in with their game plan information. And that's the game plan for Vakifbank. When in doubt, stick it out to Igonu. She puts another one away. Crowd getting right into this. No prizes for guessing who this Antalya crowd are supporting here. It's Vakifbank all the way, and that's an ace all the way from Paola Igonu. What an electrifying start to this match, Liam Sketcher.
Yeah, you can see both teams trying to feel each other out. Particularly Huck and Igonu getting the first strike from the service line between those pair.
102 kilometres per hour. Oh, it's just magnificent. And still under that kind of service pressure, Conegliano run a super offense.
It's that overload with the ball shifted forward, and easy money for Marina Lubian.
Now the hybrid serve from Lubian. She decides to go flat out with the topspin off the float jump serve toss. It's an effective serve. Squacchini Backup middle blocker on the bench at the moment also has a similar serve that causes problems. 6-all in this race to 25 in the opening set. What a start to the game. Oh, brilliant dig. Dalderot, though, just can't quite keep it in the playing area for Gabi. Wow, Kelsey Cook hammers one into the ton-up club on the spiking, and nobody has put a foot wrong yet. Tight, well saved. Jansu gets it out wide. Gabi can't get enough on it. Out of the back line, Plummer sticks another one in, and this is concerning for Vakifbank. Plummer, Cook and Huck all in the points already.
And you see the range of options available to Voash. As you mentioned, 3 attackers, but from anywhere in the court, they have balance, they have space. Vakifbank have a tough job against them.
Well, no connection between Jansu and Ogbogu under pressure, and Huck's nailed another one. She has really found her range already in this match. What's a recovery set from Voash on the ground. Asha, as she's known in the volleyball community, the captain and playmaker for Conegliano, and an early timeout from Giovanni Guidetti. The level of volleyball at the start of this final has just been stunning.
So an excellent point there from Giovanni Guidetti, talking about how I'm assuming he's talking about Hark there. She's not trying to play for power or to work off the top, that she's just trying to hit into the space. So the coordination between block and defense against her is critical.
It's all relative though, isn't it, when you get to this level of volleyball? She's not hitting it hard, just hitting it around the 90 kilometres per hour mark.
Yes, hard is relative, but not looking to attack the block, not looking to play off the top, just trying to find the spaces.
Guidetti encouraging his defenders to get into those areas where they can try and face up to Huck. Overpass from Gabi, easily dispatched. Calmness personified by another great international professional player in Robin de Graaf. Well, he'll be delighted with this start, Daniele Santarelli, but he'll know there's a long, long way to go in this game. Another heavy hit, Dalderot forces Jansu all the way over to the antenna, and with the hitter isolated, usually the Italian blocking organisation is fantastic.
You can see here on the short distance ball, plenty of time for Voash and de Graaf to get themselves organised.
Diana Voash enjoyed that one. So Huck into the net, but it's almost irrelevant with the start that Conegliano have made. And you can see Gabi there, the captain in the middle, Liam. She's just trying to calm everybody down.
Yeah, we've talked about this before, that she adds so much more than just what she does with the ball, that she's a true leader on the court for this team.
Bogu to serve. Solid pass from Plummer. Again, coming out of that slightly different position in backcourt to hit. Hart puts another one away.
It's Gunyas having to respect the middle attack there, and the space opens up for Huck.
First swing from Agonu for a little while, and that's really good to be able to come back into the game after being frozen out for a few points with a big shot. 103.7 kilometres per hour. We're 20 points in and running out of superlatives. It's a brilliant match. Great touch. Well dug by Jansu. Agonu out jumps the block comfortably. Really put her back into that one.
She just elevates and elevates and elevates. She will go and find the highest point of the ball and challenge the block to outreach her.
Two very emotional Italian coaches on the sidelines today. And their emotions will be tested. Good dig off the block, fired out wide to Gabi, who sticks it straight into Robin de Graaf, who might just be one of the unsung heroes today. De Graaf, she's going about her work very well.
It is the contrast between the two middles from each team. Vakifbank definitely more an aggressive attacking middle side, and Conegliano definitely a stronger blocking middle pairing.
Not a system, good hands on the ball, but aggressive stuff. And Agonu has started as she means to carry on. This is a great contest between she and Huck.
And this is probably the difference that Gudetti was talking about, that Agonu is not afraid to take on the block. She's not looking to work around, as Huck looking to find the spaces.
7 points for Agonu already, 5 for the woman about to hit, and finally controlled, and it's long enough for Huck to slip into the net. And a good point for Vakifbank.
And it's a good highlight of just how far these players have to push their limits to take the win. It's Isabel Huck using every available centimetre of space and some that weren't available.
Nice reactive pass by Lubian off the net. What a way to show through the middle. Fowash once again comes up with the play nobody was expecting. Terrific hit. Specifically, 2 metres and 1 tall Catherine Plummer is on to try and help with the Agonu attacks.
And I think there she's giving her team a decent chance. She's blocking straight, she's not making a big block move, so the defenders around her have a better idea of what's coming, and just trying to slow down Agonu, because sometimes that's all you can do. You can't stop her, you just hope to slow her down.
Well, you called it before we came on air, Liam. You said this one was going to be a cracker, and I'm guessing you're not disappointed. Gabi under pressure. Jansu way out of system, shoves it right up to the tape to give Agonu a chance, but block all over it.
And this situation here, the high ball where she has to come a long way inside to play the tip, looking probably to go down the front there, but to push forward and bring that ball back to where her cover is. It's a difficult situation.
7 blocks, incidentally, for the American Kelsey Cook at the tournament. It's her in the lead. Got a little reaction tip there, and it has gone the way of Vakifbank via a touch. So now we're going to see our first video challenge of the match. 2 per set, remember. Keep it. If you win it, you keep it. If you lose it, you lose it. And this one, Conegliano convinced, is theirs. Even the star players like seeing themselves on the big screen. Well, it's a great atmosphere in the Antalya Sports Hall, and players, Liam, love playing in front of big crowds.
Absolutely. It's and you can sense in the environment that everyone knows this is a big game against two who we could say are the best teams in the world, and they are expecting as great a show as we've seen so far.
Well, Cook is the player that the first official from Greece thinks touched the ball. She says no. She's right. No block touch. So it's a very good challenge from Conegliano's coach, Daniele Santarelli, helped by Kelsey Cook's conviction that she was completely innocent in that last point. It means a 5-point lead for the Italian club early in this opening set. Another cracking serve on Dalberto. Agonu being asked some big questions here, and she's coming up with the answers so far.
This is probably the area Nika Dalderop has to really work the hardest today. She's a good receiver, but she will be targeted, and she needs to make sure she gives her team a chance to use all their options in attack.
Nice work. Just waiting for that ball to pop up over the net from Plummer, and dispatches it well. Plummer out, And this is what we were talking about in terms of this embarrassment of riches, this deep bench that both sides have. In comes another superstar, Alessia Gennari of Italy. Just on to shore the pass up if she can. Give Plummer a bit of respite, because Plummer will definitely be targeted by Vakifbank. Now back to this hybrid serve that I was talking about from Livian. Again, goes with the pace. Great control. Nice defence as well from both teams. Igonu out of the back line. Can't beat Wołosz. Oh, it's clever from Cruyff. And De Graaf just waiting for that ball, waiting for it, and then going very late. And Daniele Santarelli's enjoyed that one.
It's important that we can smile. Robin De Graaf maybe didn't execute exactly how she wanted, but the right results.
One of the most expressive faces in world volleyball, De Graaf. Brilliant. Another timeout for Giovanni Guidetti. He was probably expecting a tough start to this match. He just needs his team to settle into their work.
Absolutely. The small adjustments in game, particularly in terms of block and defense, are the primary things a coach can discuss in these situations. But 1 or 2 points swing the other way, and all of a sudden we're right back in this.
Sabashu, if you've just joined us for our coverage here on Volleyball TV, the other Turkish club at these championships, winning the bronze medal today with a 3-1 win over Minas. And we're still waiting to find out if it's going to be Italy-Turkey on top of the podium this year. Swing, nice dig. That's 2 in a row from Wołosz on the angle against Igonu. Oh, well, it doesn't go more straight down than that from Ogbogu.
This is a phenomenal finish on the block, both hands way over the net, nice and straight, even though she had to make the long move and fast.
I love it. Jump, press, celebrate. The rotation error. You rarely see that at this level. It's gonna be checked here, just to make absolutely sure that the players have to be in the right places when the serve is hit, and that's an unusual one, Lynn.
It is, and I'm sure that little girl was explaining to her dad what had just happened.
Who should have been where? Well, not contested by Vakifbank, so they knew they were out of position. Good enough from Gabi. Doesn't have as heavy a workload in this team as she has done with teams of the past. But what she gets to do, she usually does well. What did she mean that? So, substitutions. Deria, 22 years of age. Wing spiker comes in for Vakifbank. Has played 1 point in this tournament, or 2 points, sorry, and the first of those points was an ace. Not this time. Good swing. Really good swing. Cook just taking it up a level there, having been blocked.
And the space created on that set by Wołosz. She managed to delay the release on the ball just long enough that Guidetti had to wait and wait and wait and couldn't make the close on the block out to position 4.
Substitution reversals both sides of the court. So Deria leaves the floor, having served. We've got a couple of subs on here. So Gennari off, Plummer back in for blocking height at the net, and on comes the backup middle blocker, Squacchini, who's got a fearsome serve. That's a great swing. That's a really good swing.
And again, this battle for Nika Dalderop. Can she just pass well enough that her team can run a fast offense? Great job swinging off the top of the block there by Gabi.
So Dalderop being targeted by Conegliano in the serve reception. Vakifbank tending to go through the Cook or Plummer. And for once, the connection isn't great, but the block is marvellous, and that is why Catherine Plummer is on court.
It's this ability to set the ball close enough to the net in transition for Igonu. She just had to wait a little bit, which brings the angle down and gives Plummer the opportunity to get both hands on the ball.
First time Egonu's been stopped then in the game. Balderop again with a slightly shaky pass, but it's not a problem because Guimaraes is firing. Well, this has gone the other way. This has gone to Conegliano, so surely another video check coming. The block says no. There is no video check. Guidetti not committing to that one. What a lead for Conegliano. And now Zeragunes blows one over the baseline. And this is all falling apart a little bit for Vakifbank here. Plenty of set points then for the Italian champions. Egonu's former club. Good choices from Gabi and makes another very tricky side-out play.
One of the challenges when you're trying to play block out or work with the block is they need to be in the right place, and the last 2 points from Vakifbank, the block was not where they expected it to be, but Gabi making sure that was not part of the equation this time.
Lovely ball in and a great swing from Catherine Plummer down the line, and that was clinical in terms of Conegliano finishing that off. That was really smooth, and they lead this gold medal final by 1 set to love, and it's the defending champions Vakifbank that at the moment have all the problems to solve.
Vakifbank having some work to do. The reception group needing to give themselves some more opportunities to get Opogu and Gunyes into the game on attack. At the moment they've mostly been flying around on block but not being able to assert themselves offensively. And the matchup between Hark and Egonu at the moment just leaning slightly in the favour of Isabel.
Yeah, Egonu's getting through some work. So she's on 9 points for the game at the moment. She had to play a lot of those balls because they were out of system a lot on the pass. But the workload distributed pretty evenly through Plummer, Hark and Cook on the other side of the net. 5 for Plummer and Hark, 4 points for Cook, and de Graaf with 3 solid points as well. 25-18 to Conegliano in set 1. That was a little bit easier than we thought it was going to be. But at this level, staying in that zone and maintaining that level of performance is never easy. There is every chance Vakifbank will be hitting back hard. So Liam, your thoughts at the end of that first set?
Yes, I think you've touched on it in that the balance of the attack from Conegliano is definitely causing Vakifbank problems. That Egonu is having to shoulder a huge load for Vakifbank, and that it makes it a little bit simpler in terms of the solution to the puzzle of block and defense when you know that most of the ball is going in one direction. But a big part of that is the service and reception. So can Dalderop give them a few more opportunities to use the middle and hold, create some space on the edges? And can they generate similar pressure on the other side of the net? Can they force Conegliano to be playing from more bad situations? But so far, the difficult situations Joanna Voash has handled really, really well.
Yeah, she's an exceptional setter. It was claws out earlier for Zasabashi, the Tigers of Istanbul, managing to win the bronze medal here. Let's take a little look at the Vakifbank attack placement. What can you read into this?
Because the ball is mostly coming from the right side attack, the swing cross court is the safer option for Egonu. It's a more natural swing. The placement of the ball on the line, particularly with Plummer in front of her, is a little bit more risky.
There we go, and then similarly from Conegliano.
You see some of those balls would also be coming from position 4, trying to work against the seam in the block. But the difference in mentality on attack with Vakifbank looking to attack off the block and Conegliano looking more likely that they're going to be working around into the spaces that they have.
Firecracker start to this gold medal final here in Antalya. Not quite the result that this Turkish crowd have come to see at the moment. But Vakifbank know there's a long way to go in this game. It was a 5-setter last year. No reason why we can't go the distance here, but it's Conegliano that lead at the moment. Away we go with set 2. Vakifbank, the Turkish champions and defending World Club champions in the yellow, chasing this match. They trail Conegliano, the Italian team, in the blue. By 1 set to love, and surely just a matter of time until Vakifbank recover. And I'll be interested to see if they manage to shut down Kelsey Cook and Catherine Plummer a little bit and start to try and get some overload onto Huck. I think that's when we'll see maybe the test for Conegliano. But at the moment, it's been a good all-round performance from the Blues. And that is a really calm swing as well from Plummer.
And a fantastic delivery of that set from Bosch. Moving away from the net and jumping to reach that ball, but her control getting her hands through to the target so Plummer can still have all of her shots available to her. Fantastic setting.
Tin serves. Aicha with the pass, that's solid. Might be just regretting who they targeted on the serve there. They've been going after Dalderop most of the time and it's been pretty successful.
And I think for Dalderop, if she can get a little bit of confidence in attack, that might even help her reception as well.
Good touch. What a dig from Zergunish. Oh! That is absolutely lashed by Lubian.
Yeah, a lovely angle there. She understood where the space was with the block.
Almost imploring Borch to give her the ball again so she could just hit it even harder. Plummer with the float onto Dalderop. Dalderop isolated and can't get the ball away. Igonu nearly got it back into transition, but not quite.
Be interesting to see the adjustments made by Guidetti in this set. Trying to understand what the opposition attack is trying to do and where you can move your block and defense around that.
We know we're going to see some fluctuations in form as this match goes on from both sides. We'll see a little bit of back and forth on the scoreboard. But at the moment, the indications are set a level of play and they're sticking pretty close to it all the way through, and Vakifbank not quite coping.
Well, this ball here is interesting because Isabel Haak sees the block in front of her and decides to use it. They've made an adjustment because earlier in the game that ball was a clean cross-court swing for her.
Lubian been hot and cold with her serve. Been brilliant in front court, but nothing much from the line at the moment. Dutch international, 24-year-old Nika Dalderop, who signed from Navarra in the closed season for Vakifbank. She serves. Nice flowing tempo, but good solid blocking. And nice defence on the cross court from Igonu. Gabi goes for the hands in the block and misses.
But a good dig cross court there. So Haak having to work just that little bit harder. Maybe this accumulates over the course of the set and the game.
Igonu's had one ace, Huck hasn't had an ace yet. And that's a really brilliant pass that allows the middle to be fed. That's just brilliant to watch, and from ground level, see how high these players are jumping. Ooh, wow, that was a fizzing spike.
Absolutely, and again this play with the crowd working on the slide and trying to drag open some space. You can see the block having to move and Hawk coming in the gap in between.
It's just exquisite to watch. The side-out quality at the moment from both of these teams, even under pressure, is stunning.
It's not always the long rallies that highlight how well these teams play. That was beautiful execution, really clean volleyball.
Chance to serve. That brings Igonu to the front line. Oh, clever. Standing on the floor, able to reach over the net. Oh, he shuts the lights out on Catherine Plummer, and Igonu's gone off on one.
There's a textbook somewhere that will show you exactly how to block, and it may as well include this as an example. That is about as good as it gets.
I love it. The crowd love it here in Antalya. Lovely pass from Plummer under pressure, and Hack getting all out of shape on that one.
So this is the battle, the balance between attack and block. We've seen that Plummer's been stopped on one side, Hack having to work a little bit harder on the other side, and now we see Vakifbank with the 2-point advantage as a result.
Conegliano in a bit of trouble here. Gabi can't put it away. Chance to sort it out. Plummer off the hands of the block, but straight onto the floor again. Well, timeout called. Superb effort from Conegliano to force it, but that's even better from Vakifbank. One of the best blocks in the world right now. Igonu next to Zeragunesh. You don't get much change out of that. Brilliant stop.
And a great job by Gabi staying aggressive in that situation. She knew there'd be a big block in front of her and still wanting to attack high and put some pressure. When in transition play, the setter doesn't have all the options and you have a block as good as Gunesh and Igonu, and they only have one choice to make, it makes it very difficult in this situation for Catherine Plummer.
I always talk about where the ball's being hit from in terms of a basketball ring. Take a look up at a basketball ring, and that's roughly where the contact points are happening. So to be up there and blocking that is incredible. Guido Betti, former Italian international, now with the FIVB, has a very nice analogy that he uses. He says, imagine eating your dinner in the apartment above and somebody comes through the floor and steals some dinner off your plate. That's the sort of height we're talking about these players jumping. Nice touch again. That's good reach from Igonu, but they replay, and Haak has hit a little bit of a shaky patch here. It's exactly what Vakifbank wanted to see. Isabel Haak losing rhythm.
Yeah, forcing, if her mentality is that she's going to work around the block, putting the block in a difficult situation for her to play the shot that she wants cross court to the corner, having results.
Boros tries a cheeky one. This time forces the set to Plummer and she puts it away. It's almost inconceivable coming into this gold medal final that it could have been anything other than a toe-to-toe shootout, which means we are surely going beyond 3 sets. Listen to that, the bird being dished out by the Vakifbank fans to Robin de Graaf, who used to play for the club, incidentally, back in the day. Oh, wow. It's just getting better and better. And that one was straight down Gabi's socks.
Yes, anything you can do, I can do better. Lugian there, really pushing over, making sure there's no daylight.
Well, it's a nice set to Zeragunesh, but the block again was waiting. This is impressive stuff from Conegliano. They've been fired into action once more.
And great job by Vowash there, not releasing too early and making sure it's there's 2 good blocks in front of that attack from off the net.
Probably done by Igonu. Huck still struggling to find her range again. Oh dear me. And Plummer commits the ultimate sin.
Just a little bit too keen to drive that ball into the ground.
She's seen the funny side of it, and so have the Vakifbank players. They're smiling because they're 2 points up still. Oh, it's just amazing. That middle combination between Wołosz and Lubian in particular has been unstoppable.
And again, it's the handcraft from Wołosz. She doesn't show early where the ball's going, so the middles have to wait and see the set. There's no early cues as to where the ball is being delivered to.
Lovely serve. Great pass from Aicha. It's a good dig, and it's still in play. Great work from Conegliano to recycle. Huck goes again. Oh, what a touch. Unlucky from Gabi. Spectacular rally once more.
It's this accumulation of pressure against Isabel Haak. She's having to take 2 or 3 swings, not being able to swing to her preferred areas, and finally finds a small gap at the top of the block, and Gabi still makes a touch in defense against her.
Well, we promised you ringside seats at one of the best shows of the year. That's exactly what we have got, a real heavyweight contest, and it's going brilliantly for both teams at the moment. This is a wonderful to and fro in terms of the form of both teams, but the level at which this match is being played is stunning. There are virtually no errors.
Yeah, it's really clean volleyball, both teams pushing each other, and now the battle between the coaching staffs. What are the adjustments they can make to shift the game's momentum in one direction or the other?
Quite the same volume of substitutions available to Giovanni Guidetti for Vakifbank. Players that he does have to bring in are not as experienced as those at the fingertips of Daniele Santarelli. There's Federica Squaccini on the bench, Alessia Gennari, and let's not forget the Canadian, Alexa Gray, who hasn't featured in this match so far, and well, for some reason, the only player making mistakes through the middle is Zara Gunesh. That's another miss from her.
Uncharacteristic. This is normally bread and butter for her.
Well, he thought it was a point. Unfortunately for Vakifbank, it wasn't. Good short serve, very well dealt with by Aicha, and Monica Di Gennaro starting to apply her personality to the game. She gets so many touches. On this occasion, it doesn't go their way, but still making this Vakifbank team work. Now, I wonder how long Santarelli decides that Plummer can stay out of there. I wonder what his error count will be before he starts to think about a substitution. Super swing from Haak out on the left side.
Well, the answer may be that woman there. You can live with Catherine Plummer not necessarily being the best receiver as long as she's providing some block coverage, but that means that Isabel Haak has to take a little bit more scoring load.
Okay, so a bit of quid pro quo, as it were. Serve from Plummer, what a pass from Gabi, and well put away by Ogbogu. It's not all power with Ogbogu, she's got a really good vision when she's up there in the air.
And such an outstanding athlete. Her body control there at the top of her swing, with the timing being different, and still be able to place the ball into the open space in the court.
Now, Plummer's out, but that's not because of errors, that's purely because Santarelli has a game plan of trying to stabilise the pass with Gennari. And on that basis, it was a good substitution. It's a great joust. It's gone Conegliano's way.
So the call there from Wojciech is the ball was made with the contact of the hands of the libero inside the 3-metre line, and then the first contact on attack. There's probably a debate there that it was contacted by Conegliano first. But Wojciech Maraszek, a very, very experienced second referee.
Stepping in nicely to sort it out, and it's thumbs up between the two Italian coaches. As I've already mentioned, wear their hearts on their sleeves. Lubian goes to work, another good pass from Gabi, and great defence, brilliant. Oh, it's just wonderful stuff, and Gennari's inclusion from the bench has had an impact.
Wonderful touch, and then again, the sure-handed delivery from Voash.
Good hit. Gabi under pressure. It's come over as free ball. De Graaf takes it. And Haak just clears it up. Wow, what a shot.
This is the shot she wants to play. The ball just in the high seam, looking for the corner of the court, just clearing the fingers of Opogu. And Vakifbank had done a great job of denying her that in the first half of this set.
For those of you that have been watching a lot of volleyball with us on Volleyball TV over the last couple of years, will understand the signs at the moment are not good for Vakifbank. Hence the timeout call by Giovanni Guidetti and the rather frantic transmission of information, and now Gonu getting involved. And the issues here for Vakifbank, Liam, they've played really well in this set. They've put a huge amount of pressure on Conegliano, and they're 3 points down. Go figure.
Absolutely. They've made some really good adjustments on defense. They've seemed to have done almost everything right, but they haven't had the control on reception to really let the middles get into the game and open up their offense.
Lumian to serve after the timeout. It's a good serve, well passed by Gabi. And Alderot gets enough of it. Haak again. Oh, clever. Just so clever.
You could almost see the Vakifbank defense there, just braced for the hard-driven ball. And when you have this little bit of craft and touch from Haak, the space is there in the middle of the floor.
Out comes Alderot. Here comes the American out of Ayema, former Washington University player who then went to play pro in both Italy for Casalmaggiore and then Rzeszów in Poland. It's the team she signed for Vakifbank from in the closed season. Well, there we go. Substitution does the trick.
And while it might feel that Vakifbank is down, they're certainly not out. 3 points is not an insurmountable deficit to make up.
Out goes Jansu, and in comes Bouchet of Turkey, the backup setter to Jansu Ojbi. Oh, another error. It looked like it was open down the line for Kelsey Cook, so they sneak a couple of points, Vakifbank. Server is Rogema. Plays excellent defence, so we'll be trying to make an impact like Gennari has on the other side. It's a really good dig from Aicha, positioned well. Gabi goes full on, full throttle. What a kill.
That is a stunning swing. It's the high ball dropping inside, and to somehow cut this ball into the short area of the court with power. That is brilliant.
Only the end on slow-mo did that shot justice. And from 3 down, Vakifbank can get back on level terms. Gabi again, and again she finds the lines and finds a great shot.
Yes, her teammates not giving her the best service on these high balls. She's behind 3 meters. And still manages to go full. From this situation, seeing the block and where the space in the court is really hard. So that just shows the level that she can play at. These last 2 swings, dealing with some pretty difficult situations, and 2 massive points in the set.
It's Daniele Santarelli's turn to call the timeout and deliver a rather panicky, information-laden set of instructions. Goodness me. Well, there are players out there on court, the likes of Bowash, the likes of Gabi that we've referred to, veteran players who are just loving this situation. They live for matches like this.
This is the moments you play the game for.
Yeah, and they're at the stage in their careers where they can deliver. De Graaf slowed down. Igonu makes the retrieval. Gabi for 3 in a row. She gets it. She is on fire.
And again, from off the net, able to find maybe not even space this time, working through the block, off the hands of Park. And interesting, in the last time out, the message was for Kelsey Plummer. You don't need to work the small space on the line, that it's better to play high seam and work for the deep corner, and that's the shot he wants her to play.
Well, it's gone to Hark again on the other side. She can't put it away. Igonu. Been a while since she's been involved. What a play. It's still alive. Gabi with the tip, brilliantly tidied up by Monica Di Gennaro. Hark again. Goes hard off the block. And Conegliano dig themselves out of a rather big hole.
And that's where she makes her money. The block is in the right place, the defense is in pretty much the right place, and she still finds a way to power that ball through.
Astonishing turnaround. And Vakifbank, remember, still have their backup setter, Richek, on court. Bumps the ball high and wide to Gabi, who again thrashes it off the arms of Conegliano. She is playing brilliantly right now.
Yeah, she's not the most visible player in the first set, but has taken this crucial moment in the second. And our Vakifbank sitting in a situation close to leaving the set score at 1-1.
It's another great response from the Turkish champions, who want to defend this title with everything they've got. Alexia. Backup opposite, Alexia Karatasu, just 19 years of age. Signed from Galatasaray in the off-season. Probably won't be the last time we'll see her out on the floor today. Generally speaking, has a good impact from the service line. Not the impact Conegliano wanted. Straight into the net from Kelsey Kirk, and suddenly some of the players that were firing for the Italian side looking a little shaky. Massive point for both teams. That's why Guidetti's gone to work on this. Good serve on Plummer. Plummer out of system, gets it done. She's had a good game so far as Catherine Plummer. It's not an easy block to tool off. She's done it well. Back in comes Cansu Özbey. On court comes Squacchini. Now, in terms of players that can make an impact at the service line, Squacchini's hybrid serve is really tricky. It's a good hit, it's a nice pass. And Gabi does what she's doing best right now, kills the ball out of system.
I think fearless is a pretty good word to describe Gabi. She's had 4 balls, all in imperfect situations, and has found a variety of solutions.
Gabi serves, nice pass from Kelsey Cook. Plummer goes wide, just tips it straight into the antenna, I think. Oh dear, what an error.
And this is almost the mental aspect of knowing that there's such a big block in Igonu and Gunyes in front of you. It's hitters just don't want to take on such a big block again and again and again.
Vakifbank have engineered a 2-point lead. A situation where it looked like they were probably going to lose the set, but now they're in with a shot. The problem for Conegliano is they need to make a point on their own serve before Vakifbank get to 25. It's not going to be easy with the way the Turkish side are playing at the moment. Igonu put it down first time of asking, has no problem second time around. 23-21. Pajama, incidentally, has stayed out on the floor and moved through to the front court. Different feel out there on the floor at the moment for Vakifbank. But they are in control of this second set. Zara So is Monica Di Gennaro. It's a lashing swing again from Isabel Hart. What a confident hit.
Somehow finding way past Paolo Gonu, who positioned herself almost perfectly against that attack, but almost was not enough.
Still need a point on their own serve. Vakifbank to go to set point. They've got it. That's a great hit from a player that's been on the bench for most of this tournament. The American Bajema puts it away for 24-22. Igonu then trying to apply the finishing touch. It's good enough. And it's not quite 1-1. We're going to have to wait and see here. Video check. That's the one thing that the video check deprives us commentators of, that big point finish if it's going to be challenged. But it's in place for the right reasons, Liam, to make sure we get the proper decision. And it is a block touch. It is Vakifbank's set. We are 1-1 in the gold medal final here in Antalya.
And you can see how excited Giovanni Guidetti is. One set apiece and great adjustments, great way finding their way back into the game after the end of the first set sort of got away from Vakifbank. But that woman on screen right there, Gabi, just a phenomenal display of aggressive and fearless hitting in the back half of this set. Wow.
That is a very good description. Wow. Well, we thought it was going to be good. It's been every bit as good as we hoped. It's just wonderful to see players operating at this level. And they've all found their rhythm pretty early in this game, and now it's been set. We're just seeing some spectacular volleyball. That ain't bad. 2 swings from the bench. The American, Bajema, has made them count.
And the first one cross court, the second one down the line, finding the little finger. That's the impact you want from a bench player coming in.
So we are even, 25-18 to Conegliano in the first set. The defending champions, Vakifbank, hit back hard in the second, 25-22 from 3 points down, remember. It's a really good response from the Turkish side. Now we go to a change of ends now. Let's see how good the setter contact points have been, because I think both teams under a considerable amount of pressure on serve reception. Vakifbank are making points from a long way out of a perfect area.
And that was the value of Gabi in particular in that set. That from the situations they could create in transition, you can see here in the second set the reception was a little bit better. But still, the middles from Vakifbank haven't found their way into the game so much.
Well, plenty of twists and turns still to come in this match. As I said a little earlier, inconceivable this was going to be anything other than going beyond 3 sets, and then Conegliano stole the lead and looked like we were going to be made to eat our words, but no, came Vakifbank. Tremendous fighting spirit. Let's not forget the competition that we talked about at the start of this match. Huck and Igonu changing sides over the summer, and it is still neck and neck. Igonu on 15, Huck on 14, but definitely Huck losing a little bit of rhythm, Liam, in that second set.
Yes, I think it's as much to do with the adjustments against Isabel Huck. It's she has the shots that she wants to play, and we saw that with Kelsey Robinson and Catherine Plummer, that the ball wasn't easy to score from position 4. Igonu is a big blocker. I mean, Gunyes is out there with her. It's a very difficult situation, and forcing attackers to take their second or third choice shot, which is going to decrease the efficiency. So those combined factors of Huck having to work a little bit harder, and the patience of the block and defense from Vakifbank improving definitely turned the tide. But I can't go past how well Gabi played in the crucial moments in the late part of that set.
voice of Friedrich, an assistant coach, Sketcher, our volleyball world expert analyst for this gold medal final here at the World Club Championships. I think you'd still have to say overall, Liam, Conegliano still showing the greater level of consistency in terms of their distribution and side-out workload share. But as you said, if Gabi hadn't been as brilliant as Gabi could be in that set, then Vakifbank might have found themselves 2 down.
I think in terms of reception and having the best opportunities to work from, Conegliano's in a better situation. Obviously, with De Gennaro, they're getting some really good defense on the cross-court attack in position 5. But it's a game of millimeters, and it's a chess match between the coaches at this point.
Well, it's a great watch, no doubt about it, and we're back to level pegging as we head into the 3rd set. I think you're absolutely right to mention the 2 liberos there, in particular Monica Di Gennaro Mochi, as she's known to the Conegliano fans. Having a great game, but we've seen a few really brilliant pickups as well from Aicha, 26-year-old libero on the other side of the net for Vakifbank. There we go. The Vakif fans in good voice and feeling a hell of a lot happier after that 2nd set. Well, one dissenting is Sebastian fan there at the back in the middle of all of them, but I'm sure his heart is with the Turkish side. Well, that little interaction between Santarelli and Hart rather sums this tournament up. The players are just loving being out there. Away we go then with set 3. Vakifbank in the yellow with the serve. It's 1 set apiece between them, the defending champions, and the pretenders to the crown in the blue shirts. It's the Italian team of Conegliano, the Panthers as they're known. So first point on the board from Robin de Croft, and she serves into the net as it happens. The atmosphere is stunning here in the Antalya Sports Hall. It's confirmation of that scoreline so far. And it's a net touch against Cara Vajema. Interesting call by Giovanni Guidetti. He's decided to stick with the American on court ahead of the Dutch player Nika Dalderot. So we might see that substitution reverse soon. There's a lot of pressure on the American player in the number 15 shirt. She's going to have to deliver here. Nice pass. Ooh, not the best set from Jansu. And a little collision there between Volwash and Di Gennaro, but somehow Conegliano still manufacture a play. And Hutt goes again. They defend her again. Igonu. Good stuff. Oh, nice pick up from Aicha. And Vajema swings hard, swings into the antenna again. And these two teams now, Liam, so dialed in, they're almost cancelling each other out.
That's a great way to explain it. That they've found the rhythm. It sometimes takes a little bit in the game. Obviously, these teams don't play against each other all that often. But to find the rhythm and the direction of the other hitters, and now they've sort of settled into it, and it's who can actually execute on their plays the best.
A lung-busting 28-second rally. The serve onto Vajema. She's passing well. Igonu has blasted it long.
But this is the Conegliano block working the way that they want. They know that she wants to hit the ball more cross-court than line, so forcing Paolo Igonu to take a little bit more risk on that attack.
Good try. Wawash going low as the ball deflected off the block, but Igonu gets herself another kill. And remember, she and Isabel Hart still pretty much neck and neck in the scoring stakes. Guinness hasn't had her best game, the 23-year-old Turkish middle blocker. That's nice. That's a really nice set from Wołosz again.
And these are the points why they're not the most exciting or the most flashy, but the execution there is really nice. The delivery of the ball and Plummer able to just step onto the ball and play her best shot. Those things matter.
It's not unusual to see. She had quite a long conversation and lots of smiles and laughs with Daniele Santarelli on the way to the service line. You sometimes see players miss their serves after that. Lovely pass from Plummer. Just a little behind Lubian. And again, the timing between Jansu and Bajema is not really on at the moment.
No, there's a step missing somewhere, whether that's what's happening before the play and Bajema getting into the right position to attack, or whether that they haven't quite really figured out how they want to work together. Bajema, of course, hasn't played a huge amount, but had a big impact at the end of that last set.
And now goes back to the service line for Vakifbank. Plenty of ink on show during the course of this tournament. Keep grinding. It's Lubian's tattoo. And that's exactly what Conegliano are going to have to do here. Otherwise, Vakifbank will grind them into the ground.
So we saw in one of the timeouts in the last set, this was a ball that was discussed in that when working against the setter, that the space for Kelsey Robinson to work on is not on the line that they want to attack to the deep corner.
Puck goes a long way back, right to the ball stoppers at the back of the playing area. It's the absolute bird from her former fans. And then launches. Oh, brilliant. Just brilliant from Wołosz.
And the expressive face of Robin de Graaf highlights that she knew what was going on. She appreciates the work there, but the connection between the two, how early they were into that slide play, well before the Vakifbank block could react.
Great hit. Gabi just about contains it and then goes with the big roundhouse, gets it off the block and back in play, but now they've got it under control. Conegliano come again. Not the best connection between Huck and Wołosz, and Gabi does the rest. That was a chance for Conegliano.
And this is the workload that Gabi's going to have to take on. She might have to hit 2 or 3 balls in a row, but she doesn't back off. She finds the next solution, and her team doing enough to give her multiple chances to score.
Boggy a little quieter in this game. In fact, fair to say both of the Vakifbank middles have been quiet. Zeta Gunesh really finding a way into it at the moment.
And this would make Daniele Santarelli happy. That's the shot that he wants to be played from this situation against the setter.
Big hit, really big hit from Igoni, back to self. Left-handed Turkish setter, Jansu with the serve. Yeah, nicely done, and they're looking very smooth again, Conegliano.
We haven't seen a lot of attack from the middles, so de Graaf getting into the game, Wołosz finding ways to get her involved.
It's just amazing. It's probably the most amazing arm swing in the world game right now, Gabi, and it's so effective.
She just goes. I can't say it in too many other ways. The ball is there and she just goes again and again and again.
Clever. Wołosz from the floor just helps it over to win it on 2.
You see the little head check, just seeing where the middle is, where the space is going to be. That is a sign of years of experience playing at a very high level.
Well, the coaches normally have a number of gears that we'll see them go through during the course of a tough match like this. It goes on a spectrum from, this is what I'd like you to do, right up to what the hell are you doing? And we're moving in the latter direction at the moment with Guidetti.
Yes, he's shifted up a couple there, but the discussion there is about execution. Are we ready to put ourselves in the best situation to execute? It's not one effort. It's do it well once instead of having to do it not so well 2, 3, 4 times.
Achar targeted, decent enough pass, and Igonu just threads that cross court to the line. That'll do. Drops the ball over the net, too easy for the pass. Sorted out by Huck, that one wasn't quite as planned.
The delay there on the set from Voash. It does mean the ball's coming out low and fast and the angle changes. But she managed to buy a little bit of space and time and keep the block off balance.
Great swing. Really good pick-up from Monica Di Gennaro. It's a good attempt, but it goes Conegliano's way again. I'm not sure how long Giovanni Guidetti will stick with his new lineup. We'll see some changes shortly here for Vakifbank.
And again, it's this ability to execute really well once rather than having to make these repeat efforts, because it will tire you out. It can be frustrating for the other team, but it will induce fatigue. So execution in transition or in high ball situations, that really just do it well once.
Well, for the first time in this set, Plummer getting a little over-revved at the service line. Igonu sorted out. Decent serve, great pass. It's just brilliant. That is as smooth as it gets.
Now the solution for Vakifbank on that left side attack. So at the moment it's Bayema. Dalderop's already been in and out of the game. What's the next change that they can make to try and get some better production from there?
Great touch, great leap from Plummer to keep that alive. And well defended again by Gabi, who then runs the pipe, nails it, but Plummer's up to it. And brilliant from Achar as well. Good defence, both sides of the net. Oh, this is wonderful stuff. Cook off Achar. It's an absolute slugfest down there. And a battering kill from Isabel Huck.
That must be heartbreaking for Vakifbank. They're throwing absolutely everything they have at Conegliano. An epic rally, but just needing to find one way to get a point and some respite from what's coming across the net from Conegliano time and time again.
Huck on 19 points, Igonu on 18 points. And then the next closest scorer to them, the only other player in double figures, is Gabi on 11. That's some pretty heavy workloads being taken by a lot of different players out there at the moment. Jema, the hero of the second set, goes with the serve again. She can't defend. And it's the middle for Conegliano that feels like the difference at the moment.
It's almost noticeable by their absence in Gunyej and Opogu that we haven't been calling their name much in terms of attack as we see Nika Dalderop come back in.
So that's the decision. Dalderop back in for Bajema and instantly targeted. And that one blown wide by Igonu. Goodness me, well, this looks like a situation Vakifbank will not be able to extricate themselves from this time around. So, timeout called. Let's see what Giovanni Guidetti's got in store for his players this time around.
So some nice clear instructions there from the staff, making sure that service is about taking risk. It's about being disruptive. You can work in a short serve, but we can't be safe. We can't be medium. We have to attack. We have to take the risk and be aggressive if we're going to have a chance. Luckily, they got the second set, so they'll get another chance after this one.
Nice restart. Igonu coming out of that pipe position, and Santarelli knows his team read it, just couldn't stop it. Deria comes in to serve. Play defence for Vakif. Really good touch. That's unlucky from Dalderop that pinged straight back into the window for De Graaf.
But there's that risk on serve. It was flat, it was aggressive, it clipped the tape, it was disruptive, and maybe for a better defensive touch they get another chance to score.
Well, we're going to see a video check. I don't think Guidetti fancies his chances on this, but it's a nice opportunity to just slow things down for a moment. Backup setter for Conegliano, Roberto Carraro, who had to play quite a few matches at the start of the season when Joanna Boas came back from the World Champs with an injury, but did a really good job. They've only lost one game in the Italian League, 3-0 to Scandici. It was only a matter of time really before that superstar Scandici lineup clicked into gear. Here we go, net fault or not. The pictures tell you the story, completely legal from Robert De Graaf. Well, would you believe it? 18-12 they lead. Gunesh waits and wonders. What a great pass again from Dalderop. Gabi tips, that's brilliantly covered by Plummer. Well, all of the players invested in this match now. They are committing to every single point.
You see the challenge for the block touch here. But as you mentioned, Nika Dalderop, the moment she came back onto the court, was challenged again as the service target. For her, not backing away, being willing to take on the servers, keep a positive body position, staying forward against the ball. At the moment, she's leaving the ball high and a long way off the net too often.
No block touch, challenge lost for Conegliano. 5 points to find for Vakifbank. Nice dig from Aicha. Gabi comes steaming in from the wing again. She is not missed. In
those situations, she's about as good as it gets. high ball off the net, dropping inside. Probably limited visibility of what block is in front of her. Just a little bit of game management there, making sure the benches are behaving themselves. But in such a tight contest, it's a little bit understandable that tensions run high.
We restart. Well watched by Gabi, brilliantly patrolled by Monica Di Gennaro. Big swing from Zara Gunesh, it's still alive. Not the best free ball pass. And Gabi has done it again.
And it's one of those situations, it's really hard for block and defense to have a consistent plan because the variation in the set location is so great, and that's to Gabi's advantage.
Goodness me, 6-point deficit in this set, and Vakifbank are on their way back. They reduced the lead to just 2, and Conegliano looking concerned.
So Guidetti was asking for risk on serve, and this is what has been delivered, and the results are showing on the scoreboard right now. Just don't be scared, go for it. We'll live with the consequences, but we have to go for it.
She cannot continue to play with the block in this way. She continues to attack on the line. We must work straight and guide the ball inside. If she attacks on block, I know.
I like that. Daniele Santarelli just putting the onus back on his blockers, but in a really positive way, just telling them that he knows they are going to stop Gabi sometime soon.
I'm sure he's hoping sooner rather than later.
I think you're right, Liam. It's going to have to be pretty quickly. Tight pass again. Oh dear, they get lucky with the reuse. Huck demolishes it. And Guidetti's reaction tells you all you need to know. That was a golden opportunity for Vakifbank. They've not taken it.
And it also highlights how well Vakifbank has been able to block and defend against Huck since the first set. That's one of the first times she's had a clean look and be able to swing where she wants to. Every other time there's been a double block in front of her and defence in about the right position.
Squacchini brought on for that pressure serve, but she's whipped it out the back of court. This is going to be one heck of a battle to get this across the line for both teams. Serve from Gabi, a little bit pacey on the pass. That's a great reuse off the block from Di Gennaro, and Huck has made a pressure swing look easy.
Another one of those situations where unless the block and defense against her is perfect, she's just too good to stop.
Full credit to Monica Di Gennaro there, the libero for Conegliano. That was a stunning pick-up off the block. Back to a 3-point cushion for the Italians. Igonu slides that cross-court and past the despairing dive of Kelsey Cook.
You could see that Vakifbank there effectively going to 2 receivers. Niga Dalvarov basically stepping out against the float serve, and much better reception allows there to be better pressure from the set, and Igonu capitalizes.
I said we'd see Alexia again, and here she is, 19-year-old opposite. Good left-handed swing, just long. A lot of pressure on her there, but she was sent in with the coach's blessing to just go for it. As is so often the case at this level, with these quality of players on the floor, you're getting matches within matches. There's been about 3 different games within this one set. And at the moment, Vakifbank in the ascendancy. And Conegliano bounce back. Super shot cross court from Huck.
And Di Gennaro again, creating an opportunity through her defense.
Huck's taken the lead incidentally over Igonu. 22 points now for the Swedish scoring machine. Against the club she won this title with last year and won the MVP award with. That could be an interesting double for her. It's a great retrieve. Oh, good thinking from Igonu. That's brilliant. A lot of players would have just bumped that straight over, and she's put up an absolute dream set.
Yeah, getting the ball close to the net in this situation gives the hitter every chance, and Nika Dalderop can attack high on the block, find the softer part at the top where the hands are not so strong. Brilliant job by Igonu giving Dalderop a chance to score.
Still got a lot of work to do. The team in yellow. Chaka Ogbogu onto the front line. Can she influence proceedings? Brilliant serve, unbelievable pass, and spectacular kill.
And Bosch making a good choice to keep the rhythm of the game a little bit different. It's been very much the outsides and opposites who've been playing, so just catching Ogbogu, maybe watching for the wrong thing.
In comes Alexa Gray, the Canadian. The introduction to the final she was looking for. Still go either way. Nika Dalderop vacates the floor once again. Arabajama comes in to serve, play defence, and then I would imagine she'll stay on the pass where she has to stay on with the way the substitutions have gone. Good touch from Vorosh, little stab dig. Nicely saved by Cook. Jansu goes wide to Gabi. His body's flying everywhere. Sensational defence from Conegliano. They can't defend that though. Igonu in full flight.
Yeah, perfect delivery on that ball in transition. Ogbogu ready to crunch that ball as it came across. And as a result, Igonu no block.
Gennari out on the floor for Conegliano. Good pass from her. Lashing hit again from Isabel Haak. And she is strutting her stuff out there right now as she takes Conegliano to set point.
Yeah, her range on this shot, because she's so high, she can hit almost anywhere on that half of the court that she wants to at this point.
3 points in it. And Ogbogu is roofed out of sight. 25-21. Spectacular performance from Conegliano to bounce back again after Vakifbank put them under pressure. And it's the Italian club that lead by 2-1. Well, of the two teams, Liam, you'd have to say the body language of the Italian club Conegliano is the more positive.
If you're Conegliano, you'd probably have the feeling that Vakifbank have thrown their best punches, and you just need to maintain your level to have the opportunity to close out this game in the next set. But full credit to Vakifbank, they're going full. Gabi not being scared in any situation to swing full. Igonu finding solutions after the adjustments made by the Conegliano block and defense. But you feel like they don't have too many other options. You mentioned before the substitutions, the way that they can make situational changes in the game. A little bit more limited than Conegliano. But at the moment, it's coming down to, can Vakifbank stay playing in this heightened state for as long as possible to have a chance to send this to a fifth set?
Well, like that phrase, heightened state. That makes a lot of sense, because that's where both teams are right now. They are buzzing. Attack directions then from Imoko Volley, and still the workload and the distribution from Wołosz is excellent.
Yeah, I think if you compared this or contrasted this with the Vakifbank distribution, that 28% in the middle of the court has been more effective. So we haven't seen much middle attack from Vakifbank, but the Krauf in particular has found a way to have an offensive impact on the game.
Clever stuff from Wołosz, considered by many as the world's best setter in the women's game right now. She's put on an absolute masterclass here at this Championships.
And it's not just the decision she's making, and she's making very good decisions, but her ability to change her hand and arm position to adjust to different situations to keep the Vakifbank block off balance. We've seen her delay with straight arms, and we've seen her delay by dropping her hands and taking the ball lower. This is really, really high level stuff. And then to be able to do that and still deliver the ball in the correct situation at the right tempo. This is, yeah, any young setters out there watching, pay attention, because there's a lot to learn.
For you, Liam, a key to setting well before the setter actually contacts the ball, what should that setter be thinking about, looking to do?
There's the combination of matchup. So do you have a hitter versus blocker matchup that you like? Do you need to keep certain players involved in the game? So you can't just set the same thing over and over again. You need to keep hitters in touch. But then the small situational adjustments. If you send your setter on you set your middle on a longer ball, so running further away from you, how does their block and defense react to that? And then how can you counter move to that? There's a lot of factors. But how you put those things together, and also being determined by the quality of the reception that you're working with. So, but we're seeing a masterclass from Wołosz today.
Yeah, a lot of factors involved, and she's doing really well out there. What a stunning final. We go into a fourth set. The team in blue, Conegliano, challenging for the title, having been beaten by Vakifbank last year, are leading this one by 2-1. Have Vakifbank and coach Giovanni Guidetti got anything left in the tank as we go to set 4? Because Conegliano need just one more and the title is theirs. It's a good serve from the Krauf, going after a Dutch international teammate. Gabi rips another shot cross court.
Gabi is the kind of player that if she's your teammate, you want to give that little bit more, just because she's going to try and drag you along to a victory no matter what the situation is.
Well, he's thoughtful. He knows the writing is probably on the wall if his team can't find something in this set. And one of the things they have to find is a way to stop both Catherine Plummer, who's been hitting well, but more importantly, trying to stop the woman in the number 11 top, Isabel Huck. The woman that's been making it all tick serves, Joanna Wołosz, the Polish setter. Good retrieve from Igoni, but it takes her out of the play, so Gabi has to go again, and she's got the block again. Unbelievable.
And I think this point illustrates pretty well the challenges that Vakifbank have been having. Reception, not giving them the best opportunities on their first swing, but finding a way to get Gabi another look, and she is not letting them lose.
Something in the region of 10 kills in a row from Gabi. She is at the moment unstoppable. That is a marvellous dig from Aikac. And again, it goes out to the taller outside hitters, and Plummer puts the second decent ball away. Puts it in, Aikac passes well. Igonu hits hard, but the block slows it down. Huck He's winning the contest of the opposites right now. And just to put that into numbers perspective, Hakan 25 points, that's 23 attacks, 12 blocks. Gonu on 21, 18 attacks, 2 blocks, 1 ace. Oh, it's a huge kill again. Oh, it's spectacular, isn't it? I mean, MVP rarely goes to a player on the losing side, but Gabi has put in a serious claim for that award today.
Just phenomenal. Absolutely fearless, and working with a whole raft of difficult situations.
Not the only player out there that stake a claim for that. Isabel Huck has been brilliant, but the setting performance of Joanna Bobosz for Conegliano has been stunning so far.
And unfortunately for her, it's not unusual. Maybe it's not something that draws the attention because she does it so consistently.
That had to be killed, and it was, convincingly so, for Paola Egonu. Maybe she heard me talking about that MVP award.
Her ears might have pricked up, but it comes down to the quality of the first contact, whether it's reception or in defence. Can Vakifbank be close to the net and be able to play with multiple options in attack?
Still the opportunity for this match to go to 5. It's going to have to be a huge push from Vakifbank. Oh wow. A one-handed reverse set from Bobosz. Not quite on the money, but good enough. That's on the money though. Nicely defended by Gabi, cross court. And Egonu has blasted it long.
And again, the quality of contact from Vakifbank letting them down. Not being able to get good looks or to put pressure against the Conegliano block. Because Egonu in a good situation is lethal, but she's currently working with the ball off the net or not in good tempo. But this one's not done yet.
Service run from Huck will be useful. There's the first one. Brilliant. Not far away from a perfect pass, but it ended up in Robin de Graaf's hands. 3-point advantage in Guidetti. The Vakifbank coach knows that his team now are in serious trouble. Stop on Dardaro. Nice work. That's what's been missing from the Vakifbank offense. Absolutely.
They haven't had too many opportunities to use their middle attack, which is probably one of their best weapons. That's credit to the pressure that Conegliano is putting them under from the service line and in defence.
Egonu hits back with an ace. Oh, wow. And the head-to-head between the superstar opposites continues. If she tosses the ball far enough in front, she is just such a lethal server. Can she do it again? No, just checks her stride to hit that one, gives Plummer a chance. Good leap. Oh, Cook got the reuse and nobody covered it. We're level again.
And this is a good aggressive high ball set from Di Gennaro, but Cook unable to take that ball far enough into the court, and the cover not quite ready to capitalise on the recycle play.
Oh, the blasting serve gets overpassed. Good defence from Plummer under pressure. Vakifbank go again. Egonu goes again, and she's hit a purple patch of form.
See, sorry, on the replay there, just the last second move of her hands in the block was enough to create a deflection out of the court.
Yeah, good spot. And I was just going to say, there's is a faint whiff of a fifth set in the air.
And you can see that look on the faces we saw before in one of the clips that it's nail biting still on the bench for the players for Conegliano.
Well, that momentum shift spotted by Daniele Santarelli, but we all saw it. And it was Paola Igonu that prompted it. Fantastic serving from her and a really good kill in transition as well. Takes Vakifbank from 3 down to 1 up. Is that a smile or a grimace? He's trying to keep it upbeat. But Igonu is on the charge. And another chance for Vakif. Baldarop can't put it away. Conegliano need this point. Haak obliges. Quite brilliant.
And the ability of Vakifbank to score from position 4 has been a challenge for them all night. When it's not Gabi up there, they haven't found a solution to consistently get points from that side.
It's got a little closer, incidentally, in the opposite shootout. 26-24 in favour of Haak, as Kelsey Cook drills a quite superb ace. That dropped like a stone. A little bit deeper on Gabi, nice pass. And again, Igonu goes hard cross court, defended by Haak. And Haak out of the back line, roasts it. Oh, that's unbelievable.
Perfect delivery by Di Gennaro.
This is fascinating. We've gone deep into the match. And all of a sudden, it really does feel like now a direct head-to-head between Haak and Igonu.
And you can see in the replay there on the last high ball block. You can see on the last replay from the high ball, Bogu just reaching out towards Isabel Haak, which opened up the option cross court. And Giovanni Guidetti reinforcing the message. That's where she wants to play. We need to take away that shot and make her work a little bit harder.
As he said over and over again, high ball, only cross court. See if the players pick up on that. They need the side out first. And not got it yet. Oh, good coverage off the block from Voash. Haak out of the back line again. And this time she's missed it.
Unbelievable defensive scramble from Conegliano to even have a chance to get the ball back over the net, let alone to be able to have a swing.
It's terrific from Cook. And lovely cover from Voash. Wow, Vakifbank scrapped the point. Conegliano nudge ahead. Side out brings a 2-point advantage. Lovely pass. That's a great dig down the line from Igonu. And Plummer goes again. Super chicken wing dig from Baldarop. And Jansu gets the reuse. Igonu again. And Igonu blasts it home for 10-all.
The importance of execution in these moments. You don't want Igonu or Haak to be getting second chances. When you stop them once, you have to stop them the first time. If you get the chance to stop them once, you've got to stop them the first time, because at the second time of asking, they will score.
And this magnificent match takes another turn. Vakifbank showing some serious heart here on a day when they've been restricted in what they've been able to do, because Conegliano have been playing at such a level. But they refuse to go away, and Squacchini can't watch. Good swing. First time they've defended Gabi in a long time, and then Huck manages to get it through. The 2-point advantage is back again for Conegliano.
And this next period with Gabi front row, this may be the moment in the game. Can Conegliano make her work a little bit harder at least?
She blasts it away. And Gabi, having been so spectacularly good in this match, makes 2 errors in a row. I know it's not the be-all and end-all of this match, but the shootout between the opposites is 28-25 to Igonu at the moment. What a comeback from the Brazilian captain. What's a contact point?
She's not the biggest, but she certainly is not afraid to go for it in any situation.
Oh dear. Well, that wasn't the best from Conegliano, and it's another relatively cheap point handed back to Vakifbank. Again, searching for some kind of angle against the Jansu block, rather than going straight over the top. Given another chance to get it right though, and elite players at this level, Liam, rarely make 2 errors in a row.
Exactly, and a good choice by Voash to go back and say, have another go, get this one right, and I trust you to go again.
Nice setting, nice choices by the skipper of Conegliano. Igonu with a beautiful ball to swing on.
And again, highlighting the differences between her and Huck. Igonu not afraid to take on a pretty good, well-formed block, whereas Huck looks more to find the spaces to work around.
Jansu serves, Monica Di Gennaro, beautiful pass. Oh, it's brilliant diving defence from Dalderop, and a wonderful kill. And we are level again here in set 4. Voash is trying to keep it lively and original, but Vakifbank are fighting hard. What a hit! Oh my goodness me, that was thunderous from Huck. Properly scary, and it looked like it travelled faster than 100 clicks. Plummer serves, Aicha, good pass. Igonu hits hard, but Voash is in the right place. Huck again. Good defence from Aicha. No, not coming back.
And the craft, the really deft touch from Isabel Huck there. Just taking it high and really stretching the Vakifbank defence.
Tournament's top scorer at the moment with 93 points is Boskovic. 32 of those came today in the bronze medal final. I can tell you Huck has just hit 30.
And I can imagine she hasn't finished adding to that tally yet.
Might be a few more. It's going to be tough for the MVP award to go anywhere else if Conegliano win this. But they're not home and dry just yet. Is that an ace? It is. It is, according to the officials, and I don't see a challenge coming here from Vakifbank. No, they are going to have a look, are they? But they're going to be sadly disappointed. That is well in, as indicated by Aicha. So instead, it's a timeout. I guess the question, Liam, is how many times can Vakifbank take being hit before they finally go down?
At the moment, it seems like a lot. They're fighting and fighting and fighting, but their ability to control the ball coming across the net and generate a good opportunity in response has been what's stopped them from being in a better position on the scoreboard. When they get a good look, Egonu and Gabi have done a great job, but they just can't consistently make that first contact with the best quality.
Off the back of the ace, Plummer chucks it out the back. She's coming out. In comes Alessia Dinari. So Dinari on to pass through those 3 rotations just to try and stabilise the serve reception. It's her first pass straight away. It's good enough. And that's good enough from Cook. I like to see that aggression from the outside spikers. Really went for that seam and got it. Vakifbank fans now starting to feel that it might not be their day. Libyan, hard hit. Good save from Jansu. And Dalgarot just picks up a piece of the block on the way, and they will not go away. Vakifbank is still in there and fighting. This has been a terrific watch, hasn't it, Liam?
It's been a wonderful game and a great backwards and forwards battle.
Off the shoulder and recycled. That is just superb from Vakifbank. This time though, Hack gets the job done, and she's heading towards the top scorer for the tournament.
And this has been the challenge for Vakifbank. They've done such a great job adjusting after the first set, finding a touch, finding a way to get more chances, but not enough good quality chances to take advantage.
Good heavy serve. Dalgarot isolated, tips well to the middle of the court. Huck again from the back line. She is just putting on an exhibition here through the closing stages of this match.
We'll see the challenge for the ball in and out, but there was nowhere else to set that ball, and Isabel Hack, we'll see with how much precision she could put that ball in the available space.
Well, if it's hers, it's 32 points. It's hers.
Absolute precision.
Well, it's scary. Vakifbank have played their hearts out here. They've been quite brilliant through certain areas of the game. Egonu and Gabi have kept them alive. But still, Conegliano march away. 2016 now in this race to 25. This time Huck puts it long. So she is human. This ain't done yet though. Egonu, big serve, good pick up from Kelsey Kirk, who makes the tip and makes the point.
And you could see Giovanni Guidetti before the point, making sure his block knew the ball is going out to position 4. Move early, move early. You can see both the blockers there, and the tip, perfect. Just out of the reach of control of Egonu.
Her last visit to the service line, unless this set goes really deep. Gets another set though from behind the attack line. Well defended. Second swing. It's out. And Conegliano are on their way to the title.
Great dig on the first attack by Isabel Hack.
Tough day at the office for Giovanni Guidetti. Is there one more twist in what has been a really entertaining tale here at this Club World Championship final. From a professional point of view, Conegliano will feel they can close it out now. Solid pass from Plummer. Huck takes the feed through that middle back part of the court, puts it down for 33 points in the game.
So they've used this play multiple times, the slide, and Huck running the pipe behind, and then just finds the gap as the block has to respond to multiple options.
Not quite. Squacchini's serve was good. Substituted in specifically to hit that. Well dealt with. So a chance for a youngster to make a name for herself. Here comes Daria, 22 years of age. Solid serve. Plummer gets it into the air, takes the return ball and hits it long. Might see a video check here.
So Guidetti using his time effectively to try and organise the last few points of this set.
Well, worth a look. It's still gone Vakifbank's way. Oh my goodness, don't tell me there's more drama to come here in Antalya. Unbelievable.
Well, he asked for risk before. This is about as risky as you're going to get. Flat, deep, into the corner at this stage in the game.
Daria is making a name for herself. Ace serve to reduce the lead to just 2 points. And it's 2 points that stand between this Conegliano team and World Championship glory. Looking down on that timeout area, that's just an incredible squad of players. Players on the bench that haven't even featured in this final that would make it into a lot of starting lineups around the world.
And that just goes to show how good you have to be playing at this level.
Here we go. Daria, good serve, well contained by Cook. Huck can't get it away. Gone in with a brilliant piece of defence, but it's coming back as a free ball. Where does Vowash go? It's Lubian, and Lubian puts it down. Another sensational middle attack brings up 3 championship points for the Italian club Conegliano. Getting the full bird from the Vakif fans. Gabi can't put it away. Plummer for the championship. No, she can't get it down. Gabi goes again. Oh, brilliant defence from Cook. It's a swing from Hart for the win. And there we go. Conegliano have done it. And the Panthers take the world title here in Antalya.